Main Street, the main business street of a town. Business. What is business anyway? Business is everything we see along this street, and much more. It is any enterprise which is organized to satisfy our wants for goods and services. Men and women establish businesses in the hope of making a profit. Thus, they earn their livelihood by supplying goods and services which others desire. The world is so full of these goods and services that we take them for granted. Yet without them, we could have almost none of the things that we have come to consider necessary for our comfort and safety. Just think what it would mean if all this were taken away and we were suddenly required to produce our own food, make our own clothes, build our own homes. It would mean living like this. Each of us would have to work single-handedly to create the bare necessities of life. For it is business, organizer of cooperative effort among people, and creator of elaborate machinery and equipment, which is responsible for the comfortable life we live today. Business set the stage for this scene of the Harrison family at breakfast. Business built their comfortable home, provided Father with the clothes he wears, fashioned the spoon that John is using, manufactured the chair in which Mother sits, and produced the breakfast cereal Joan is eating. That's cereal. Now, where did it come from? It was bought in a box at a grocery store, of course, but long before then, it started as growing grain on a farm. We seldom think of farming as a business, yet agriculture is one of the basic industries which make up one phase of business activity, production. Farms produce the food for our tables, materials for our clothing, hides for leather products, and raw materials for many other things. Although less than a quarter of our population live on farms, these people are able not only to supply our wants, but also to produce a surplus for export, thanks to improved farming methods and to modern machinery produced by other businesses. This is one example of how various types of business work together and assist each other, not only within one country, but throughout the world. Lumbering and fishing make up another of the basic industries which supply raw materials to our business system. Wood pulp for paper, lumber for our houses and furniture, fish for direct consumption and for canning. Still another basic industry is mining. Many things we use every day have some sort of metal in them, but mineral ores cannot be used in their natural state in making the products we need and want. They have to be refined and fabricated by the various heavy industries. And even when iron ore has been transformed into sheet steel, it still is not in the form of a product commonly used, such as this toaster on the Harrison's breakfast table. What is needed is the work of another type of business, the fourth of our major industries, manufacturing. This is the real heart of business activity. Mass production enables more people to obtain more of the things they want, and in so doing, provides jobs for thousands of workers. The assembly line shows again how business brings about the cooperation of many people to supply the wants of all. The toaster is manufactured not only by the workers you see here, but by men and women employed in the many widely separated factories that produce the various parts here assembled into a finished product. Thus, any business concern is dependent upon many others, some of which may be located in distant parts of the world. Each is a customer of the various concerns which produce the materials it needs, and each, in turn, serves its own customers with the goods it makes. We have examined the production phase of business activity, which includes farming, lumbering and fishing, mining and manufacturing. But it's not enough for business merely to produce goods. The toasters, manufactured here for instance, must reach the homes of the people who want them. Production is but one phase of business activity. The second is distribution. Sometimes distribution is a very simple matter. John's egg, for instance, was delivered to the door directly by the farmer. But in most cases, as with the toaster, goods must move long distances and pass through several hands in going from producer to consumer. From the factory, the toasters are shipped to wholesale houses in different sections of the country and in foreign lands. A wholesale house buys various products in large quantities from producers and resells them in smaller quantities to retailers. For many of the products we use, the wholesaler acts as an important link in the chain of distribution. From the wholesale house, the goods are distributed to various retailers, the merchants who deal directly with the ultimate consumers, the people who use the products. The retail store is the part of the distribution system with which we are most familiar. All retail stores, no matter what kind of merchandise they handle, have a common purpose: to sell goods directly to consumers. It was a retail merchant who sold the Harrisons their toaster. Production, distribution, and there is yet a third phase of business activity, one which neither produces goods nor distributes them, but whose chief function is to provide needed services. When Mrs. Harrison makes out a grocery list, she doesn't need to carry it to the store. She may instead telephone her order. Communication by telephone, telegraph, and radio is one of the truly vital services provided by business. The ability to communicate rapidly with people across the town and across the world has helped bring about more widespread cooperation among different business organizations, and consequently has made all business activities everywhere more interdependent one upon the others. Another essential business service is transportation. Modern means of transport enable all of us to move about quickly wherever we wish and allow business to draw upon the resources of the world and to distribute the products of farm and factory in great quantities to great numbers of people. Rapid transportation and communication have made the world of business truly one world. Banking is another business service which is vital to all business. A bank is a nerve center of the financial transactions by which goods and services are exchanged. There are countless other types of service businesses, providing lodging, supplying food, offering entertainment, and a variety of other services, many of which are essential to our modern mode of living, and all of which help to fulfill our desires for a higher standard of living and a fuller enjoyment of life. Service enterprises, like those engaged in production and distribution, are started by people who hope to make a profit by satisfying other people's needs and wants. Profit is the lifeblood of business. Owners of enterprises would be forced out of business if they operated at us. We have seen what business is and something of the part it plays in the life of a family. Now, as Mr. Harrison sets out for work, we are again reminded that business is also employment. In functioning to satisfy our needs and wants for goods and services, business provides the means of livelihood for most of the working population. To understand business and its main phases of production, distribution, and service is to understand much of what goes on about us every day. For the world we live in is a world of business.